3, 2, 1, dale. What's up, bros? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to another product spotlight video. In this episode, we are taking a look at Showven's brand new Sparkular Spin cold fountains. This new effect is sure to wow all your guests at your next event, and it is freaking awesome. This thing's a freaking monster. I gotta tell you, when this thing arrived, I didn't know what to think about it, but after using it, I gotta tell you, I am now a believer. Essentially what this is a cold spark fountain, 2 of them to be more exact, with a bit of a spin, if you will.
Thank you.
So what this unit is 2 spark fountains that essentially spin around and create a bit of a twirl, almost like a DNA strand, if you will, and it looks absolutely awesome. At its max height, this thing can shoot up to 16 feet. So yeah, this thing is a monster, and you are sure going to wow guests in attendance. I've gotten a chance to use this at one of my events, and I was turning heads left and right. I was getting so many compliments. I was getting people asking me, what is that thing? Many people have already seen the Sparkular units, but this is something new, something different, and I think you're really gonna like it. So in this video, I'm gonna give you an overview, everything that you need to know about these brand new Sparkular Spin units. So let's take a closer look at the unit itself. I would say they're about 3 times the size of the Sparkular mini unit, or about double the size of a traditional Sparkular unit. This unit is also available in a white option. Another thing that I do want to mention is that this thing is heavy. It weighs about, I would say anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds. It is not a light guy by any means, but you do have to keep in mind that there is a motor that is essentially rotating the Sparkular unit. You do have some carry handles here at the sides, on both sides, making maneuvering this thing nice and easy, but it is heavy to say the least. On the rear of the unit, we have your traditional LCD screen, menu control buttons including up, down, enter, and of course the menu button. You have your LED indicators allowing you to know when your unit is ready, when you have DMX signal, if you have any errors occurring inside of the machine, and at the bottom you have your card reader. If you saw my review on the minis, then you already know what this is for. Essentially, it's a safety mechanism that prevents you from putting anything but the actual designated powder or granules, as they're called, inside of the machines. These 2 things work hand in hand. You can't have the powder without the card, and you can't have the card without the powder. Just like in the minis, these bags come in 3 different sizes. And when I say sizes, I am not talking about the amount of powder, the amount of granules that you actually get. I am talking about the height that these produce. So that's essentially what that small, medium, and large stands for. As I mentioned earlier, if you use the large granules, you're gonna get a max height of 16 feet or 5 meters. With this small pack, you're gonna get 2.5 meters or about 8 feet in size. And with the medium, like the one that I have here, you're gonna get 13 feet of height. And I gotta tell you guys this, be very mindful with what granule size you get. And what I mean by that is when you fire this thing off, you don't want the effect hitting the ceilings, hitting any curtains, or anything really. You want this thing to have a full clear clearance. And also keep in mind that this is a spin unit, so it does shoot out a little bit wider. Not too much, because they're not shooting angular, they're still shooting straight up. However, you do want to give it a bit more of a perimeter, a bit of a barrier where nothing is, hitting these units when they're going off. Now, when you're loading this machine up, it's 2 reservoirs because there is 2 machines built inside. Loading it up is pretty straightforward. You're gonna open up your granules, you're gonna open up your 2 reservoirs. Once you open this up, you pour the granules inside of each reservoir. Make sure you get those topped off nice and easy. You close your reservoir up, and then you come around and you scan your card. At the bottom of our machine, we have our motor, the mechanism that spins the two units together, and we also have some very important details. This is a more pro-grade professional machine, so it is powered by TrueCon as opposed to PowerCon. So you have your TrueCon in and out if you want to daisy chain your machines. You have a really heavy-duty on-off switch. And then on the right hand side, you have your DMX inputs. With your purchase, you're obviously going to get the appropriate cable. So you're going to get your TrueCon power cable. And you are also going to get this remote. I am a huge fan of this remote. It's a little bit stronger than the one that came with the Sparkular mini unit, and it's very simple and easy to use. You have 4 buttons to choose from, labeled A, B, C, and D. Now, B and C are your 2 most important buttons. Those are your firing buttons. Essentially, B will shoot this machine at its max height, and C will shoot it at its lowest height. So essentially, you have max power and low power there in B and C. A is your stop, so when you press B, your unit is going to start spinning, and when you're ready to stop it, you just press A, and that is essentially your stop button. D is a very important button. It's essentially used at the end of your session, at the end of your gig. It clears out all the material that's left inside of the firing hole. The heat time of this machine is not very long. I would say once you connect it and have it turned on, let it sit for about 5 minutes and you should be ready to go. Your ready light will be blinking when it's preparing. Once it hits a solid green, that means your unit is ready for use. I can actually see now that my machine is actually ready to go. It's fully loaded and it's ready to fire. However, I have some bad news. I'm not going to be firing this thing inside of my house because, like I mentioned, you do want to practice safety. And here at my house, my ceilings are only 7 feet tall. And right now I have this thing preset for 13 feet. So yeah, I am not going to be firing it inside. However, I have taken this to gigs. So here is a demo of me using the Sparkular Spin at events. 3, 2, 1, dale!
That's how you do it. Make some noise for Jad and Nicole.
So as you can see, this thing is freaking awesome. And when this thing first arrived in the mail, I was like, man, how the hell am I going to use this thing? I really need 2 of these units. However, that's not the case. You can really get away with just 1 of these units and the effect looks great. Obviously, I recommend having extra units on the side. So what I did at that last particular gig is I took my 4 sparklers and I added this Sparkular Spin in the middle. And as you guys saw, the effects look so... it looks so freaking good. It is such a powerful effect. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the brand new Showven Sparkular Spin, please don't hesitate to ask them down in the comments of this video. Additionally, I will be leaving reference links, more information about this unit down in the description of this video. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, please be sure to smash that like button, be sure to subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can be notified next time we do another product spotlight video. I gotta send a huge shout out to my good friends over at Showven for sending this unit out for review. And lastly, thank you bros for watching this video. Signing off, DJ Barr, stay awesome bros. Peace.